Hello, my name is Pierrot Harvey. I'm Quebecois. I'm from Magellan Island, or is it the Midland? And I'm here to talk to you about risk management while mountaineering. So, obviously, from Magellan Island, where the highest peak is 163 meter, I did not learn about mountain climbing when I was growing up. I learned about mountain climbing when I moved to Vancouver about 20 years ago. And this is the first thing I did to manage the risk. I joined the BC Mountaineering Club and I took a 1 week long mountaineering class where I learned all the rope skill and I learned how to manage the risk. I also took 2 avalanche safety class where we learn about snow stability and how to, again, manage and minimize the risk. So, so I'm gonna give you my opinion about this, although that I'm not a professional climber. I'm a professional chemist. I work in biotech company, and as a hobby, I do mountain climbing and mountaineering. I do a bit of rock climbing. I'm a big telemark skier, so I do a lot of backcountry skiing. And I'm speaking today from Glacier National Park, and I'm here on a bike trip. So I do a lot of various outdoor activities, but not at the professional level, more at the recreational level. So the risks or the risk management is variable depending of many factors. There is objective and subjective hazard. The objective hazard is being at the wrong place at the wrong time, basically. It's something that you cannot really avoid. It's part of being in the mountain. There's always a risk. And managing the risk is depend on many factors. It could depend on the weather. You see, you could be at one place, it's very safe, and the following day it's a stormy day, and then it's the worst place to be. So you got to minimize this. So the way to manage the risk is to minimize the exposure, and there is many factors. First, if you know how to read the terrain, because a lot, like probably like for backcountry skiing, okay, so we are aware that there is avalanche condition. It's very dangerous, but everybody like to ski powder snow and get fish shot and have fun. And there is always a way to ski a line, but it's not always the right day to ski that line. So you got to be very aware about the weather and about the snow condition, and even the time of the day too. You see, you could see a nice slope that it would be perfectly fine to ski it at 8 a.m. But at 3 a.m. the same slope can kill you because the sun is going to be shining on the snow and making it unstable. So this is kind of a way to manage the risk, is to be aware of the weather and the condition at a certain time in the mountain. So you got to look around you and learn about this. But there's another factor too that is very psychological in your mind. You see, so if you are a well-accomplished rock climber or mountaineer and the exposure going on a ridge may not bother you and you're going to be okay. But if you don't feel comfortable on that particular slope, then you increase the risk. So there is that psychological factor that some slope are safe for some people and some are not. So it is kind of two things, you see, and this is kind of how you manage the risk. You get some experience. You go out. Basically, you go out with people that are experienced, and you learn from them, and you develop your own tolerance to risk, and and you could be at a place on a day where mentally you feel safe, and you could be at the same place the following day and mentally you don't feel safe. Same like the weather. You could be on a day, the weather is perfect, you're totally safe, you can manage the risk. Another day the weather is not good and you cannot manage the risk. So anyway, so there is the objective and subjective hazard. And subjective hazard is like putting yourself in trouble, basically. Exposing yourself where you can trigger an accident. And objective hazard is something that you cannot control. You see, you can cross the street and a satellite debris can fall on your head. So this is an objective hazard. And subjective hazard is you cross the street, you don't look, and a car hits you, basically. So in the mountain is the same thing. There's those two kind of hazard. So anyway, this is my view on risk management. Is read the terrain, make sure you feel comfortable where you are on the mountain, always look at your surrounding, know where you are, know that it's safe, and also remember that when you go up a mountain, you're only halfway there. When you get to the summit, you have done half of the climb. So, and very often accidents happen on the way down. So when you go up somewhere, you got to look behind you and say, okay, if I go up that step here, is I'm going to be able to come back down. So it's a good way to manage the risk. Another way too, like when I do backcountry skiing, there is the risk of avalanche. So the Canadian Avalanche Association has a very good website and has very good daily update on the snow. And we use that quite regularly. We use information from the guide too. The mountain guide gave us information how the snow stability, how the local observation. We're aware of the surrounding, we're aware of the weather, and we always think, okay, if I go up there, I'm halfway there, I gotta come back down. So anyway, so that was my personal view on this topic. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to be live with you on internet because I'm currently cycling in the national park in the US. I'm at Glacier now. So just I started in the Rockies and I'm riding my bike probably all the way to Yellowstone. So anyway, and I'm gonna be off the internet tomorrow. So I hope this video is useful, and maybe if I get another hotspot where there is a connection, maybe we can talk. Anyway, good luck guys with your exam, and remember that risk management there is a lot of personal there. There's a lot of personal psychological tolerance, but just think about safety. If you go up somewhere, you got to make sure you're able to go down and be comfortable in the mountain where you are, and don't push it. You can always come back another day. There is nothing wrong in turning back, and manage the risk, be comfortable, and you will have a good time and have fun in the mountain. Okay, cheers.